Okay, y'all, we will go ahead and get started. Thank you all for jumping on tonight. Happy Thursday. I cannot believe it's already September, so this year has just flown by. So, thank you all for taking the time to jump on here tonight and just listen to a few testimonies about just really, in my words, how awesome our company is. So, thank you. Thank you. I will start tonight. I will let you know who I am and why I'm here and all of the goodies. And then we will jump to two other testimonies that you'll hear from tonight. So, everyone, welcome. Again, we will not keep you on here all night, just very short, brief, to the point, but just to show you all how just our love for this company. So, my name is Amanda Taylor. I'm from Bowling Green, Kentucky. I have been part of the Happy Co for since March 31st of 2018. So I am passionate about this company, and to think that I don't even like coffee. So that's so crazy that I'm here. I am a wife. I've been married. It will be 10 years next year. I'm a mom. My oldest is 15. I have a almost 5-year old, and I'm expecting twins. So we found out yesterday or this week actually that it's a boy and a girl. So no better way to be able to raise these coming babies than to be able to stay at home with them. So that takes me to why I started here. I have never done network marketing before. Really, I did not ever want to be one of those people. And now I say, thank God I'm one of those people. So, my cousin actually got me started. She started just posting about it here and there. And what caught my eye one day was she said, I made enough to pay for daycare. And at the time, mine, I guess he was, two, maybe three. Can't even remember because time has flown by. But he was in daycare. And I thought, I don't drink coffee, but I might could drink coffee if it has all these benefits that they say that it does. And if I might could share it with a few people and make it some extra money to be able to pay for daycare. My other reason for joining y'all was I wanted to go see Chris Stapleton. And I always, when I share my story, I always tell that part because it's true. We live about an hour north of Nashville. And I don't know if ticket prices are higher here because we're so close, but I just said I wanted extra play money. I wanted to be able to do things for my family without just budgeting in that extra money. So I worked at the time 40-hour a week when I said yes to this. But when I said yes, my husband kind of doubted me. Like he was kind of like, not one of those things. And so I knew going in, I knew that if I said yes, I would have to like jump in and show him that I could do this, number one, and that I was going to succeed. Okay. So I jumped in. With me and my team, we ran within the first 8 months. We ran all the way to Royal Black Diamond, and it's been just so much fun. That's the only word I can say is fun. A year into this, I was able to walk away from my 40-hour-a-week job and do this full time, and I've been at home doing this full time ever since then. So what is it about this, y'all? Again, when I first started, I didn't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. I still don't like coffee. I'm not a Starbucks girl. I'm not a Dunkin' Donuts girl. I don't like that. But when that first morning, March 31st, 2018, I remember to the day. I remember where I was. I remember drinking that first cup of coffee. And I was like, man, I've got some energy, and I didn't have food on my brain. Like I feel like I've been controlled by food my entire life. Like it just stays on my brain. Like all day long, I would wake up hungry. I would go to bed hungry. And I thought of food. I would be eating breakfast, thinking about what my next meal was going to be. So that day, y'all, I discovered I wasn't thinking constantly about food. And so that to me, that first day, I was like, after that first cup, I was like, if this makes me feel this way on day one, I've got to share it. And y'all, that's simply what I do. That's simply what all of us here at this company do. We simply share. I tell everybody, my husband, he is a manager at a Toyota dealership, and I say he is the salesman of the family. It is not me. I can't sell ice to an Eskimo, so I'm not the salesperson. But y'all, if you can simply have a conversation, if you can share, just say a cup of coffee, it's that easy. And so, um, again, this company has definitely changed my life. It's changed my family's life, and so many of my team members on my team, it's changed their life. And so be sure to, whoever invited you to this call tonight, number one, thank them, because again, they thought enough of you to invite you here tonight, because again, it can be life-changing for you. But make sure after this is over, make sure you get back in touch with them and find out more about this company. Again, that was just a little bit about me, a little bit about who I am and how I came here. So I'm going to turn it over to Teresa. I will let you go first. If you want to unmute yourself and just give us a little bit of your testimony here.
All right. Thank you, Amanda. It's good to see you again.
You too.
So I have battled depression since I was a preteen. Between bullying at school and my father dying when I was 12, that just kind of sent me into a spiral of depression. I was suicidal in high school. And then again, after I had when I had my 4 children, I had postpartum depression. I went on antidepressants after the second child, and was on those for about 20 years. And so I contemplated suicide in that time. I never actually planned it or went through with it, but I did contemplate it several times. So mental health is a huge topic for me. It's something that I'm very passionate about. And I really want to try to help eliminate the stigma that surrounds mental health and anxiety and depression. So I was born when I was 4 months old. I was diagnosed as hypothyroid. So I've been hypothyroid all my life. That also fed into the depression. I've had other chronic illnesses that I've been diagnosed with. About 5 years ago, my husband told me that he was worried that I would not live to enjoy a retirement with him and to watch our children get married and have children of their own. We have 4 children at the time. My oldest was in college. My youngest was in high school, so not that far off from marrying age. So that kind of put the fear into me, and I knew I needed to find something to help me. So in March of 2017, I did start on some plant-based supplements, and I took those very consistently for over 4 years. But this last January and February, with everything going on in the world, my mental health was still suffering. It had greatly improved. So I've been off the antidepressants since 2017, but I was still struggling. So I was still looking for something more. And then I saw my friend Kim posting about how happy she was with her new coffee. And like you, Amanda, I'm not a coffee drinker at all. And I'm not a tea drinker either. So I hesitated for quite some time, kept watching her post, and finally, reached out to her and talked to her, and she talked about the energy caps or the magic caps. So I thought I'll give those a try because I can get the benefits of the coffee without actually having to taste the coffee. So I started on the Dose Duo with the energy caps and the happy caps. And within 2 weeks, I think I posted something on Facebook, and multiple people commented on the pure joy in my face. The smile was real. It wasn't a forced smile anymore. So, and that's happened a couple of times since then. I joined HappyCo in April of this year. So I've only been in for about 4 months. I'm still a brand partner, but I'm working on building my team and making it happen for me. So, and for anybody else that I can help. I now have seen one son get married. He's had a son of his own. So that son is 6 months old. So I have seen my first grandbaby, and I have a second son getting married in November. So the fear that he had 5 years ago seems to be diminishing. I'm working my way towards good health, better health every day.
That's awesome, Teresa. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Heather, if you would like to unmute yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. And first off, congratulations to you on the twins. That's amazing. I am Heather Neeham from Florence, Kentucky. I am a mom of 4 as well. Mine range quite a bit in age, actually from 24 down to 10, so quite spread out. So my story is a little bit similar to Teresa's. So I used to be that mom that was really full of life and energy. And somewhere along the way, I kind of lost my get up and go, my zest for life, if you will. I gained a ton of weight, and so let me kind of back up a little bit. Before I got pregnant, I was 118 pounds, really skinny. That's just how I was when I was young, had that, I was just always on the move. After I had my children, I was up to 280 pounds. So when I say I gained a ton of weight, I gained a ton of weight. So I didn't want to do anything. I was always on the recliner, just didn't want to move. I was feeling stressed all the time, deeply saddened, didn't want to go anywhere, would lock myself in my room. I had debilitating headaches, had to be in a dark, quiet room. But I finally reached my breaking point when my doctor called me morbidly obese. And I knew I was, but you don't need a doctor to tell you that. It's definitely not something you want to hear from your doctor. In October of 2019, my friend Mel, who I actually had been taking products with her from another company, had asked me to start taking Happy products. Well, she offered me coffee, and myself, I am not a coffee product or coffee drinker either. And I was like, no, I can't do coffee. And she's like, well, it just so happens we have lemonade now. And I was like, count me in, I can do the lemonade and the Xanthomax. So I started doing the lemonade and the Xanthomax, and it was the only thing that I changed because I am a very picky eater. And within 10 months, I believe it was, I lost 100 pounds. And I didn't do any exercise. I mean, I did some light walking around the building that I worked at the time, but I didn't change my diet. I didn't change, of course, a little bit, because of the products. I ate less, but I didn't change what I ate. But I lost the 100 pounds just from the products themselves, which nobody believed. And I'm like, I swear, I didn't change. I'm not a health eater. I wish I was. I really do wish I was, but I wasn't. But my doctor, when I went back to the doctor, he walked in the room and he just stood there and looked at me, sat down in his chair, and he said, "What did you do?" And I said, "What do you mean, what did I do?" And he said, "How did you lose 100 pounds? And I said, "I was taking Happy products." And he said, "What are Happy products?" And I said, "Well, you see, it's just these things that have been taken." And he literally almost fell out of the chair when he realized how much weight I had lost and what I was doing, because he had tried to get me, to take some medication from them, but my insurance wouldn't approve, which amazed me that they wouldn't approve them. So for him, he was just amazed that Happy products alone is what I was taking. So for me, the Happy Co has been the absolute best company. And that was back in October of 2019 when I started taking them. I started selling Happy Co. In September of 2020. So I really haven't been with the company that long either. But for me, it started because I wanted to help people just like me as well. Sure, making the money, while it was great, it really wasn't, a necessity. I really just wanted to make enough money to cover a car payment because I have a full-time job and I love my full-time job. Would it be great to be able to retire from it someday? Sure. To stay at home and just sell happy products. Absolutely. I do love helping people to be able to get off their medications. I will never be one of those people, unfortunately, because my depression is something that is in my brain. So I'll never be able to get off the products or off my medications fully, unfortunately. But with that being said, the happy products I have been able to get off some of my medications, but I love being able to sell the products to other people and that have been able to get off their medications. But I absolutely would recommend the Happy Company to anyone because it has helped me with car payments, vacations, and just so much more. And I am absolutely stress-free now. So get back to the person who did help or bring you onto this call because it is amazing.
Yes, thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for sharing. And if you are on here as a guest, again, our products they do not treat or cure, and it's always best that you do speak with your doctor before coming off a medication. However, our products are amazing and they do help with so much. And one thing and you mentioned, Heather, or maybe it's just how I heard it, but you said something about finding yourself, or maybe that's what I heard when in with that. But that is so true, y'all, because I had got to a point where I felt like I'm Justin's wife, or I'm Tucker's mom, or I'm Cooper's mom. And I kind of felt like I lost who I was and like what I was here for. At the time when I did start working when I joined here, I helped people get their disability. And that was a rewarding job / not rewarding because of the system. And so, but I just felt like I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't feel like where my role was at. And so here again, I feel like you said, it's just helping other people. It's helping my customers. It's helping my team members. And just making a difference. Like you said, if it's just to help them get to make that car payment, or if it's helping them to feel better, to get up out of bed each day, to whatever, I feel like I've made a difference. And so that means the world to me. So again, y'all, if you have questions, make sure you get back to the person that invited you on here tonight. Again, we will not keep you any longer because it's Thursday night. It's almost Friday. So thank you again. And hopefully we will see your faces in the future. So thanks so much, everyone, and have a good night.